I'm gonna need men to start having shame.
Oh no. Let me take a seat like I have not sitting already. What's going on, girl?
I'm sure like many people have seen I think is it Ashanti and Nelly? Do they have a TV show or
I
something? A
think
reality show?
so.
Yeah, I just saw like a
Before you
clip.
even go into that, I
Uh-huh.
always feel like reality TV shows with couples or families, that's the start of the downfall.
It's true. Because
Like, just keep things for yourself.
it's too much. Like they even have to orchestrate, like some that I've seen orchestrate themselves waking up in the morning. Like, do you remember? Do you ever watch Run's House, Run DMC? Yeah,
Yeah.
like they'd be in bed waking up in the morning. It's just like
Oh no,
so.
I'm not even talking about that. I just mean because like the show is about your business. Now people are even more so talking about your business,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
which
yeah.
then puts pressure on your business. I
Oh
can't.
no, no, I know what you mean. I was just trying to
Yeah.
say, like, on top of that as well, it's just like when I know you're willingly having these cameras around you, but it's just like it gets to a point where it's like, when is it too much? I couldn't have all of that. I know there's no cameras in the bathroom, toilet, whatever, but it's still it's too much, man. I don't know. But yeah, Nelly and Ashanti had their first baby, and I'm gonna paraphrase because I don't know the exact words, but what it is basically is that Nelly said that he can't do anything for the baby at this point, at the moment in time of its life cycle, which is crazy. Because he's like, "What? You're really waking up like to feed the baby X
No.
amount of times in the night?" And she's like, "Well, yeah." He's like in disbelief, like he can't believe it. So who's gonna feed the baby if no one wakes up? But he's like, oh, like he doesn't seem to hear anything. But he's like, yeah, I can't really do anything to help him, and I'm not changing nappies, diapers,
Why
and it's just
not?
mad. And it's just like, see, like it doesn't even matter what man you have. He could be a rich, famous rapper, whatever. He could be. I'm gonna use one of Shanice's names. He could be Thomas, who works
Shut up,
in
Thomas.
the. He could be Thomas, who works in the local post office. A man's a man. Doesn't matter about money, status. Like if they've got that particular mindset, it's wild to me. It's very wild to
It's
me.
so crazy. Like you helped create this being, and you're like, oh no. See, this is what I mean. This is when people have asked me, like just in general, oh, like Shanice, would you want kids and stuff like that? And I've been very on the fence, more leaning to no, but I'm very on the fence. And when people do ask, I'm like, I want to be a dad. Because what's this? Like, what do you mean? Like, you're in the house, like, help me out. It's not even help me out. It's
It's
your
your
it's your
child.
responsibility too. It's your child.
Yeah. And the worst thing is like, oh, like I know you kind of really start to get to know someone after a long time has passed, but you really get to know someone when you live with them, when you have children, because you don't know. And then by then it's too late. It's like, God forbid that
That's what
I
I'm
get with a
scared
man
of.
who has no
No.
clue on how to do basic things in general, and so he can't even teach his child anything, and he's looking to me to do everything, plus look after our child. He ain't helping with homework. He can't give no advice to the child. He doesn't know how to change nappies. Doesn't know
That's
how to
ridiculous. The nappy thing's ridiculous.
like yeah.
And that's the thing, like, I feel like even if you try to offset that with asking questions, it's still hard. And I think it's very telling what a guy says when they're like, oh, yeah, I want kids. And you're like, okay, but why?
Yeah.
Why do you? Oh, for my legacy. It's always, oh, for my legacy. What legacy do you have, Thomas? What legacy? You work in the post office, okay? What does that mean? What does that look like day to day? What are you going to be doing day to day? That's why I would kind of do a thing like if I got into a situation or not a situation but a relationship or whatever, and he's like, yeah, I really want kids. Okay, I am going to call up my cousin because she has a 6 month old and we're going to babysit for like a week.
Let's do a test
Let's
practice
do a
run.
test run, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like really bad. I'm gonna leave this on you because I know what I'm doing. It's you. I want to see. Okay, are you gonna change the nappy when baby's crying at night? What you doing? When this happens, what you gonna do? When this happens, what you gonna do? For like, because you like the idea of it, like, oh yeah, this is my son, this is my daughter, this is someone that has my name on it. Like, this is a whole human being. It's a whole person. There's a lot more that goes into it than just, oh, I want a child because that's what you meant to do, and legacy. What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything.
And this is why I say, like, a lot of the time, not everyone deserves to have children, even if they want them, because you're growing them up and they
You
could
think
grow
it's a
up
toy,
with,
you think it's a
yeah,
game.
grow them up with nonsense, They grow up like with trauma, confused, like certain things in the household, like, and they, there can be resentment, like, just,
And you
I
can't
don't
just
know.
say, "Oh, well, I look after them financially." There's so much more than just being financial, okay? And then when they're oblivious to, like the wife or the mother going through stuff, and then the wife's like, "Yeah, I want a divorce." Oh, where did that come from? Well, I thought everything was fine. Like,
Just there's a lack of emotional intelligence with a lot of men. Like, not to say it's just men. Like, I'm, men, women, whatever. But we're talking about men here because we're straight women that are straight heterosexual. So I can only speak for the straight community. That's not even a thing, but do you know what I mean? Yeah, like emotional intelligence, life skills, normal things. I don't know.
like,
I
can you
just,
cook? Can you cook? That's not just
yeah.
egg and toast. Can you prepare a meal? Like, if I come, like I
Stinky. Imagine you get home and every day egg on toast. So stinky.
Oh no, do you know what I hate? I saw, I don't know if it was on X or TikTok, this was a
Uh-huh.
while ago, where it was like, usually, so both the husband and the wife works. I don't think there's any kids involved, but the wife and husband works. Usually the wife gets home first, usually. So because she's home first, she usually cooks dinner or whatever. So by the time he comes home, dinner's ready, everything's fine. For this particular reason or a few weeks or a day, I don't know, she's come home a bit later and he's just sitting there waiting for her to cook, saying he's hungry. So you don't use your initiative to be like, you know what? I know this is something she usually does. This is usually our setup, but let me cook a meal. Or even if you didn't want to cook a meal for her, which is
Order
weird,
something. Order something,
order
innit?
something, or not even that. If you want to be selfish, you sat there with your belly rumbling, waiting for her to come cook you your meal. You didn't even have snacks, like feed yourself. What's this? I'm not here to parent you,
It's giving man child. That's
right?
what.
So then,
What's for dinner?
so imagine, touch wood, you're married to a man child. Then this man child's like, oh yeah, we should have kids. So I have to look after two children. Get out of my
Yeah.
face. Get out of my face.